I am profound. I am strong. I am the epitome of a woman. I am love. I am energy. I am the being of supreme elevation. I am Londyn Brown. Hello. Barbie dolls, Bratz dolls, Ken dolls, everybody, and welcome back to my show. Let's chat with Londyn. I'm your host, Lundyn Brown, your Matamoros, surgery guide, and host to recovery. So I am also the owner of Exquisite Doll House, Texas. We are located in Brownsville, Texas, and we support the dolls traveling to Matamoros, Progreso, and Reynosa for cosmetic surgery. If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for joining and welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for sticking with me and coming back. If you think my content is helpful, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like and share the show with others. I like to make good on my time, so let's get started. All right, so you're planning to have cosmetic surgery and you want to travel out of the country. It is not as far-fetched as you think. If you've been watching my show, you know thousands of women do this. It is a hidden gem, Matamoros, Mexico. Lots and lots and lots of cosmetic surgeons that are very, very good at what they do. So I'm going to try and help guide you through that. Now, mind you, I don't even know, I wouldn't even say 50% of the surgeons out there that actually operate because a lot of them don't have coordinators. But the ones that do and that I'm learning, I will keep you abreast and do the best job I can in educating you to help you make a smooth, safe, successful decision for your choice. So let's start. What are the reasons? Some of the reasons that people travel out of state or out of the country is because A, it's cheaper. B, you're going to get more bang for your buck, meaning the states they're limited on the amount they can take out. Most times you go have surgery, you don't get the look you want. I can almost guarantee you they're going to snatch you. I mean, every now and then it doesn't happen. And it also sometimes takes, more than one round, but you're going to end up getting what you want. Also BMI. So a lot of times in the States, they will not do it if you're over your BMI. In Matamoros, there are surgeons out there that will do it if other things are in check. So if you're healthy. So those are some of the things or some of the reasons that people actually travel out the country to get the surgery. Let's roll into our first segment. Our first segment is chatter tuck. Okay, that's talking about any chatter, gossip, anything that's happening in the groups surrounding surgeons, recovery homes, coordinators, etc. Exhausting. When I tell you, you think love and hip hop and stuff like that is messy. This surgery world, the industry is so messy and it never stops, and it is so overwhelming. And I know you guys are really looking for me to get into more of a regular schedule on releasing these shows, but I'm telling you, this stuff will drain you if you let it. So I remove myself from the toxicity of that world a lot of times. So then I have to come in and figure out what's going on. I just don't like being wrapped in it. It's not a good use of energy. So let me tell you what's happening right now. Recently, there was some bed bugs. You know what bed bugs are. If not, I'll try and drop a photo to show you what a bed bug looks like. But if most people do, there was some bed bugs found in a recovery home, and someone, the person that was staying there, of course, she recorded and took pictures, and then she posted in all the groups, my group included. Now, I have my own group for people that are researching my recovery home. She dropped it in there, and there was I guess there was another girl in my group. She goes into another doctor's group that I actually wasn't even a part of. My coordinator happened to be. And she says, this is not true. This was written by the owner of the recovery house. I think she's trying to take this girl down. Let me be clear. I have never, nor will I ever be that type of person to try and take anybody down. I don't have to do that. I don't even do business like that. But I understand that that is what's normal in that surgery world. And if you haven't been, I'm going to tell you, like, don't get distracted by the messiness. Because if you find yourself a good doctor out there, you're going to be happy. But I'm telling you, it is messy. So you got to really watch the groups. Long story short, so I guess this particular girl woke up with bite marks. She said I don't want to make it, but she said the bugs was on her. And then she showed them in the sofa, in the bed, and things like that. I want to be clear. Bed bugs are normally traveled from people. So there's a lot of people that were coming trying to cancel, and I gave them the same advice I will give any of you. Give her the opportunity to rectify it, because it's very possible that it was bought in there by a customer and they didn't know. So I don't know what the situation is. Now, I will tell you on my end, I don't accept if you I would knowingly never accept someone that had BBLs to come into my facility, as I'm sure she wouldn't, because those things are almost impossible to get rid of. But I also have BBL mattress covers on all of my beds to avoid that. And then I also have leather furniture. So it's less likely, but we're very, very, very thorough in our cleaning process. So if any type of bug, so one of the things they have to do is they have to use a black light to kind of search, because I know it's just like a hotel, people coming in and out. So this is part of their process and their checklist every single day. You got to be thorough on that type of stuff, because that can't happen with so many people, rolling in. Again, I never discredit a woman's experience, but I can say I do understand what the other girl was saying, because it is possible that people, they will try and tarnish you if you're doing well. For this particular facility, she's a pretty new facility, so when I'm full, I either I refer to her, or I refer to her Serenity. Those are two of the homes that I refer to in Brownsville. So that's that. Let's talk about who's on the hot seat. Dr. Joel Maldonado. And if you look at my previous shows, you'll see I call him the king of lipo. But recently, he's had a couple deaths. So one in particular that just released was actually a guest in my home. So, that hit close to home. And she didn't return after surgery. So I reached out, because she was there with a relative, to find out, what was going on. I always look for the girls that they're staying with me. I'll come across the border and get you. I'm not even gonna lie. And they were saying that there was some complications basically, and she was in critical condition or whatnot. So I didn't hear anything back. About a couple weeks later, I reached out to figure out, like, okay, what's going on, because her relative actually came and picked up her things, and then she didn't come back to the home. So I wanted to check to see, like, is everything okay? And then I, found out recently that this particular young lady passed away. And I did reach out and I spoke with the relative, who did inform me that she felt like something hadn't been done right, because it just didn't look right when they were putting the medicine in the IV. So I guess after reading, because I was doing some research in the group, because I didn't talk back to the relative, but I read some of the things in the group, and it was saying that she was told that the complication happened during surgery or before surgery, something like that. But when they got the body and brought the body back to the States, they found out that she was given too much anesthesia. So, definitely praying for that family. Um, it's so crazy, because I feel like this was like the second time I heard something similar for Dr. Maldonado, and I have been following Dr. Maldonado for a while and never heard any of these things. So this was like the first time. So I don't think they released a statement on what happened, but I don't know if they can. He does operate more so like a professional surgeon. So his coordinators, they don't go releasing information about patients, and he doesn't do that. So we don't, I can only go off of what I saw in the groups. I didn't get a chance to talk back to the relative. I just don't want to pry. So yeah, so definitely you have to be cautious if you feel like something's not right. I did see the relative. She said, she felt something was not right, and she'll forever have to live with that when she saw the IV or something being put in. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, go with that. That's intuition. That's that. So pray for that family and keep that family in prayer. And I know there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's why I stay in the States." I could literally give you about 5 off the top of my head right now that have died in Miami. So it's everywhere. Surgery is always risky. There's so many dynamics to it. And anesthesia is done by anesthesiologists, not the surgeon. So you have to be, you know, cautious with that. Let's roll into our next segment, which is wasted. Kind of tell you a little bit about all of the things that you want to wear, after your surgery. So one of the things I would like to recommend is that maybe you start wearing a faja before surgery, because the faja is the biggest issue for people that have had surgery, and I don't know why. After my surgery, I put that faja on. I kept that sucker on. But I don't invest money and throw it away, though. I knew that it was going to be a big contribution to what my results look like. My faja, the foam, you know, if you need it, it helps. It reduces the swelling quicker. And I don't care what people say. I know in the States they say you don't have to wear a faja. I'm going to tell you, it reduces the swelling quicker. It decreases the opportunity for fibrosis. I have a friend that actually they told her she did not need to wear a faja, and she has the hard lumps everywhere. I have none. I wore my faja. I got my massages. It also helps sculpt the body. Okay, you're looking for that snatch waist. That faja is going to do it for you. I guarantee it. If you got a BBL, make sure you get the fajas with the booty out. You obviously don't want to have your butt smashed because you want the fat, and it will just make it look nice and round. Now, if you follow me enough, you know I've never had a BBL because my butt's way too big. And if it was up to me, I'd get it removed. But I do feel like the faja sculpted it, so it's just nice and round. I actually love my butt now, and I used to hate my butt, so that's the thing. So wear the faja, wear it. Don't be in a hurry. You're gonna get the opportunity to show your results. Put your faja on. Even now, it's ideal to wear a faja 3 months at minimum, but even 6 months. Even if you don't want to wear your faja, at least try and waist train for 8 hours a day if you can. So let's just wear the compression garments. It's gonna help. It's gonna bring you back to what you're looking for. Let's move into our next segment, which is best augmentation. So let's talk about some of the questions or feedbacks that I get from the audience. They want to know about labs. So before you get surgery, the coordinators or the doctor will give you a set of labs to get or what they're looking for. It is ideal to get this at least 30 to 60 days before your surgery because if something is not right, you have time to work on it. And a lot of times the insurance will not always cover all of the labs that they're asking to get. So you can go online. It's jasonshealth.com. It will find you a lab that's near you in their network, and you can get your labs for really cheap. All of my labs, I think I probably paid like 50 or $60 for it. Also, you're going to want to ensure that you're not pregnant. Now, I know that sounds crazy, people. I know I'm not pregnant. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Make sure you get the blood. And this actually should be in the labs, the HCG test. Make sure you get that test, the blood pregnancy test. Make sure you don't have no pregnancy hormones you don't know about before you book all the way out and lose money to do that. You cannot get surgery if you've recently had an abortion. It's life-threatening. Do not lie to the doctor about it. You need to disclose that. That's literally life or death. Tell the surgeon and reschedule your surgery out. Do not get an abortion and then try to get that surgery. Literally can kill you. Okay? I see this happening too. Don't. All right. So anything you want to know about, you have any questions, feedbacks, I'll do my best to answer or get the answers from somebody I know that's credible. That's our best augmentation section. You can either shoot me an inbox, Facebook, Instagram, we're Exquisite Doll House, or you can drop a comment below, emails, whatever, and we will try to get you the answers for it. Let's move into our Info 360. Now, doing the work after surgery is important. Surgery is not a magic pill. It's not. You still have to do the work. You still have to compress. You still have to watch what you eat. You have to make sure. So if you invest in your body, invest in it all the way, right? Not just part ways. So you got to still do the work. And then, I see a lot of times people are just, if you can, get active. I know not everybody wants to go to the gym. I happen to love going to the gym because it's more of an adrenaline rush. So it's some people take like antidepressants, but if I'm having a bad day and I go to the gym, like running on the treadmill or an elliptical, it literally sends endorphins through the brain. So it's just good. It's a good mood enhancer. So get active, try to do something 3 times a week. If you don't want to go to the gym, that's okay. Go outside and walk, do a brisk walk, but get active. Don't lay around eating all day. Even after surgery, make sure you're getting active. It eliminates, or I'm not going to say eliminates, but it decreases the risk of blood clots. Now, traveling to Mexico. So a lot of people are like, okay, what do I do? So most people, they fly into Brownsville, Texas or Harlingen, Texas. And then they will fly in the day before. They either at a recovery home or hotel or Airbnb, whatever their choice is. And then the next day they're transported to Matamoros, Mexico for surgery. For Mexico on land, you do not need a passport. You simply need your original birth certificate and your driver's license. Do not attempt to cross the border with warrants or drugs. Yes, you can go into Mexico, but when you come back into the States, I guarantee you they will run your name. If you have a warrant, they will lock you up. And if you have drugs, either way, going in or going out, and you get pulled over for a search, because sometimes they'll search the car going in and sometimes coming out, you're going to jail. There's no ifs, buts, ands about it. You just don't want to do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Not even weed. Don't bring it. Oh, and I want to say firsthand, I've had people that were staying in a recovery house, women, just had surgery, coming back to get taken to jail. It's real. You want to make sure you check to make sure that your surgeon takes credit card, debit card, because a lot of them, they don't, so don't assume it. Don't go over there with just your card, because you're going to be scrambling trying to get all that money for surgery. And it's just going to be a mess. Make sure you take money to tip the nurses. Make sure you do. It's going to get you a long way over there. I guarantee you. You're going to get a lot further. Remember, you're not in the States, so do not go over there being rude, disrespectful, hollering. Don't do it. I know Americans don't know how to act, but don't go over there with that nonsense. Act like you got some sense. It could be a language barrier, so you want to make sure that you take the translator app on your phone. A lot of times, some of the nurses, they even understand a little bit of English, but just in case, have the translator app. There's people that you can hire to translate for you, but I just feel like, I don't know that you need all that. That's going to be up to you. I didn't, where the clinic where I had my work done at, some of the nurses, I did have a nurse that didn't speak any English, but that was okay. He could understand, but he couldn't speak it back. And then my doctor, he doesn't speak any English, but he has his anesthesiologist and another, like one of the people in his crew, they speak really good English. So most times, those are things you want to check or ask questions about. So I'm going to move into our final segment, which is the Brazilian business list. Woo woo. So I want to just shout out and promote my business, Exquisite Doll House. Again, we're very clean, very good. I'm going to have to say number one recovery home in Brownsville. Just good energy, good vibes. We stay away from the drama. But my home was built in love, and that's why. So I just know we're not just a recovery home. We are an truly. We have 24-hour care, not on call. 24 hours. They are trained. They take a training in post-op care. We monitor vitals. We know what to look for signs of infection. We serve balanced meals, which is really important when you're choosing a home, because sodium is not your friend. It is the enemy after surgery, and the swelling is beastly. So those are just some things to keep in mind. We're just all around just a great recovery home. And then shout out to Extraordinary Designs. They are woman-owned custom jewelry, clothes, and more. Gorgeous bracelets, better than Pandora with the charms. I'll try and drop some photos so you can kind of see. Love, love, love. And then, of course, Waisted Goddess, which is my faja collection. I have waist trainers, high-quality fajas, waist trainer leggings, waist trainer shorts, and I got more to come. I will also tell you that my waist trainer, the Goddess Athena, oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is high compression, but I wore that sucker and my waist is snapped. And I trained with that for 8 hours every single day. So shout out, if you're interested in promoting your business on our Brazilian business list, it is free to you. You can email me, inbox me, drop it below, and I'll drop some contact information. Give me your information. I will shout you out in the Brazilian business list. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If there's any content you want me to touch on, let me know. It's been my pleasure. Again, I'm your host, Lundyn Brown, your Matamoros Surgery Guide to Recovery, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye, guys.
Section. It's been a long session, and we got long blessings. You ain't nothing like my cousin, yeah, we strong stepping. She do it all, so she gon' ball, and that ain't no question. Yeah, coolin' in Miami, yo, with London, got our feet up. Better recognize the bosses, paparazzi when they see her. She with Bestie in the Tessie, window tinted, you can't see her. Yeah, we all black on big business, you can't be us. Lundyn. It's a movie, huh? Pootie finna fly in. My big cousin about that business, it's inspiring. Big old plate, and we just ate, and she'll give like Christmas Day, and it's a wrap. We ain't dealing with no hating, that's no cap. Yeah, and it's a wrap. In her birthday outfit, you know she snap. Yeah. jack of all trades. She's a mother and a friend. Business woman of the year.